Hey guys, Tennessee Yankee, welcome back to the channel. Hey, I'm getting ready to embark on a kind of a big project. I got this alcove area behind my house and I decided I want to put a lean-to there so I can store my tractor and then maybe even my side-by-side in this space to get it out of my garage. So I'm going to take you along on this. Might be a several video series kind of going through some of the steps. But let me show you the area I'm talking about. So I got this perfect area in the back corner of my house. It's about, I think this is about 20 foot deep. It's about 5 foot across right there. And I think it goes out about 25 feet to the edge of my house. So my goal is, it's just kind of the perfect sheltered spot to make a lean-to. So it's going to be slightly redneck, but it will also be it'll be nice looking. It'll have a nice brownish metal roof. I got some samples. They're probably actually in the mailbox. I'll show you guys what I came up with, but there's a local roofing company that actually makes the metal roofing, sells it direct to the consumer, so I would try that on the roof. So right now I got my trailer in here, so one of the first steps is I gotta get my trailer out of this space. But my thought is, you know, I'll be able to basically park my tractor in this space, probably even put my side-by-side in that way when I want to work on projects. Right now I get my side-by-side basically takes up the whole back of my garage, which is fine, but if I'm working on projects for a week or two, I'd like to have it out of there and out of the weather, and this would do that. So it's going to be 4x4 post-construction, and then the plan is I'll just, you know, tie those 4x4s in with cement anchors, and then I'll run it up. It's going to be freestanding, completely freestanding from the house. So if for some reason this ever got removed, it's not attached to the house. So it'll be tied to the cement. I'm going to have 4x4s going up. Then I'll run 2x8s or 2x10s across, and then we'll put the roofing on after that. So I appreciate you tuning in and following along on this project, and we'll see how it turns out together. All right guys, so 2 days away from starting the project, I got my lumber delivery yesterday. So hopefully with my planning, this should be everything I need. I'll share with you guys a material list in the description for what I ended up using for this project, but for the most part I just have a bunch of 4x4s. I got 12 footers and 10 footers, and then I got a bunch of 2x8 by 16s, and then we're also going to make a laminated beam for the very edge, probably double or triple lamination. So I'm gonna undo this morning, organize the boards a little bit, and then I'm going to bring some of the 16 footers in my garage so we have a flat surface to laminate those together. You might also notice some 2x4s. Those I just got extra for bracing as we need it, so I don't really plan to use the 2x4s in the project. So I had actually ended up, in my original material list, I bought two 12-foot 4x4s, and all the rest were 10s. And when I went through that pile yesterday, the only decent lumber were the two 12-footers. I took all those 10-footers back, and I couldn't find one good one left in the pile at the lumber yard. So, you know, all the yellow pine looks good, but it sure is a crapshoot when you're getting a delivery. And there's no way I could have used those, so I ended up having to go with 12-footers because that's all they had left, and I only got like 3 more I found from the lumber yard that were any good, and then I ended up going to Lowe's. They were also out of 10-footers, but their 4x4s looked much better. So picked up some of those, got everything sorted and ready to go. The balance of the lumber that you don't see here is already hauled in the garage because we're anticipating rain last night and don't want those other 16-footers wet before we start the glue lamination. And here's all the rest of the materials I ordered for this project. Hopefully this will do it. Got a lot of 2x8 joist hangers. And then I ordered me up a metal blade. I'm gonna go get the roofing tomorrow morning. But I wanted a metal blade for my circular saw to cut the roofing. And then I have a bunch of 4x4 post anchors. So we'll secure these to the cement with some wedge anchors that I got. I'm going with 3 3/4 inch. It's probably longer than I need, and we'll just drill a hole in the bottom of the 4x4 to accommodate the extra. Got these 1.5 inch number 9 screws to go into the joist hangers. Thought that would be a little nicer to use than going with the nails. Had to get me a new concrete bit, so I got a 1/2 inch bit for going into the concrete. And then I got these power legs. So these are going to be for all of my joists that are all my purlins that are going into the 4x4s. So these should work pretty nice. They got that really nice T head on there, so should go in real good. And then I got some Loctite to do our glue lamb. And my dad's coming down to help me on the project, so you'll get to see him a lot in this video. And he actually made for the glue lamb that we're making, it's going to be a triple 2x8. And I keep saying 2x8. I can't even remember for the life of me now if we got 2x8s or 2x10s. I guess they're 2x8s. So with these that we're going to glue lamb, we're going to go with the triple. Unless for some reason we decide to go with the double. I guess we could always put a spacer in. But my dad has a welding shop back home. So he actually made us a saddle, custom saddle for the triple that we're making. So if we decide I can go with 2, I guess we'll just have to put a little extra spacer in there to take up the difference. But I think we'll end up going with 3 for the outside beam. So that'll be pretty cool to show you that. All right, boys and girls, good morning. Yeah, the morning's come. I'm over here in Knoxville at Best Buy Metals. So I ordered all my roofing from them, and they were great to deal with, really reasonably priced too. I priced a comparable project out at Lowe's to get the same kind of materials, and it's not as good, and it's not custom, and these are all custom sheets, and it was half the price. So I'll show you what I got going here. So I'm out here in their yard. They just loaded me up. Really easy to get in and out of here. I decided instead of delivery, I got my pontoon trailer. It's 24 foot long. I said, heck, why not bring that? And it's just the perfect option to do my own haul away. So guy just loaded it here for me, and I strapped it down with some boards on the bottom and the top, and then I moved in the bunks, or I moved in the uprights just to sandwich it right in between. So this is beautiful. Okay, so the project's begun. We got some string lines here to kind of represent our beams that are going to go across. Had some crappy cement job here in the corner, so took an iron bar to it to kind of beat everything out. Now we just did some pilot holes, and we're putting in the plates for the 4x4s that are going to go in the corner. Okay, we got the first 2 corner plates in. Those went in good. Now we got to drill out the bottom of these 4x4s to accept the bolt. Okay, we got the first 2 corner posts in. So those went in beautifully square. And then we just stuck them to the house with a power lag. So should give us a good starting point. And then we're using these screws and the hangers, which are really nice versus the nails. Yeah, so these are the awesome power lags. 5/16 by 6 inches are what we're using. I got these ones off Amazon. I think they're pretty good price. They're just under $1 a piece, but they're worth it. Mine. Oh, these are your. We haven't got into yours yet.
No, you didn't buy these. But this is the beauty with that.
Oh yeah, Torx
drive. I mean.
Well, so mine are the shorter ones that we got for the other. Okay, it's bright out here. Got the 4 posts in each corner. Those went in well, very nice and square. And then we got this guy over here. And then now we just have this temporary board up here to kind of approximate our angle. So we just got it held up in the back with a lag screw. And then we kind of determined this is where we're going to want to be over here. So we got some blocking in there. Now we'll take it down and bring a 16-footer up. Okay, we just cut the angle on this 16-footer. Put her up there and see how it fits. Hey guys, good morning. Hey, so we made tremendous progress yesterday on the lean-to project. Unfortunately, the videoing didn't go too well. It was extremely busy, up and down ladders a lot. I had the camera out a few times, and then the camera would overheat, and we just got too busy to film a lot of things. I need my camera person. So let me show you what we did yesterday, and then maybe today I'll be able to set up the camera a little bit, do a little time lapse or something. But I'll just take you through some of the steps we did yesterday, and you can kind of see where we're at. So you can see we got all of our 4x4s in. That all went pretty good. There was a few areas over here where I had to, you see how the cement is just terrible down here. It was just, they floated this from way back there. So I had some areas I had to level out a little bit. And what I used for that was the iron bar. It just worked great. I just chipped away at it. Came out really quickly. So that kind of flattened out those corner areas. So then we got our 4x4s in everywhere. And we just, I don't know if I have a video of that, but yeah, basically just used my anchors in there, and we had to shorten each one of the bolts up and a little bit, and then we drilled out the bottom of the 4x4s to accept the nut area underneath it. And then we got this purlin up the whole way. We got it angled down, appropriate angle. And then we just got our overhang here. We'll doctor that up later, figure out how we want to shorten that up when we get to it. But yeah, we got the workspace a little cleaned up. Seemed to be going good on the material list of the 10, I think 12 and 16 footers. So we'll finish up using the rest of the short ones this morning before we get into the long ones. But today's project will be hanging these joists. So you see this little jig we made here. This is just, we don't have to measure every time. So this is a 2-foot center jig. So we got 2 of those. We're probably gonna make a 3rd one because we're getting pretty wide today. And we're just gonna let that dictate where we need to be at the angle over here. So we ended up with this angle that we got here. We're not using joist hangers on this side. We're toenail and everything in. And then on this side, we're using the joist hangers. And then over here, what we're gonna do is when we're all done, putting these up, we're going to glue in some 45 bracing on the other side as well. Glue that in and screw that in for extra support. But this roof is going to be lightweight. It's never going to have snow on it. But still, we'll make it fortified. So yeah, hopefully today we'll get all the joists up and maybe start on the roofing. Okay, we ready? Is your crappy ladder there you want?
You should have made a pocket here. You should have a pocket.
Yeah.
Stuff. It's all jacked up.
higher the other ones that are chamfered. Oh, this thing gets so stinking high.
No, it's all right. You can friction hold it. You can friction hold it. That's all right. Now you can. Here, I'll hold it. Give me my drill. Okay, now it's got to go down quite a bit. Your 45s aren't gonna. They're not gonna match up just perfect. You want to do that 45 now?
Yeah.
Get you your gun. You got a pencil?
Yep.
See if I can get you hind end in here better. Oh, look at that.
I got it. 167.
Is that after you subtract?
Yeah. I got 168 and a half.
167. Now we need the 16 footer.
Soft. That was a soft one. Okay, let's go to the chamfer table.
nice now with the shimmer.
Yeah. No, third leg me.
Do you want your
Right
2
about-
foot center thing?
Right about there. No, I don't care about that anymore. Whatever happens here happens. Okay, I'll hold it. You gotta give me my gun. We gotta put a pocket in this thing.
So you wanted me to stop and do that?
No,
right now
not
then?
thinking now. It's something that should have been done before. Higher. Okay, right about there. I gotta go up one pew. Whoop, what happened there? Okay.
Check the top, make sure it's still good.
Now this is it. This one's got quite a twist to it. Let me straighten that out. It's pretty, your Shanford looks like Lake Michigan.
Yeah, that one was kind of bad. I had to restart it.
Okay, go over there and hammer it down. Let's see how bad I am here. No, actually, this one's only off an eighth of an inch. So we're getting better. You don't have any neighbors around here that got a stinking ladder that you could borrow?
Sure.
Huh?
How many more times you gonna complain about
Well,
the ladder?
I-
There ain't
well-
nothing I can do about it or go buy a new one.
But
Which I
there ain't
already
no-
offered.
There ain't no neighbors, huh? They don't get
Huh?
into that kind of stuff?
Probably, I ain't asked them.
Oh,
I'm not gonna edit this part out.
You think that $4 more would have been worth the agony of this thing, huh?
Hey,
Or else not put stupid silicone on it.
alright.
You got any talcum powder or something I can use to?
I got baby powder.
Oh, that's no good.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
That makes it smoother yet.
I doubt it.
Smooth as a baby's butt. Oh, Dad, don't put
You didn't try. Like,
you think that's actually going into it?
I am.
Heck, no, that ain't going into it.
Felt good. What were you complaining about? Me getting a little bit of glue on the back side of the
Yeah.
2x8, even though the whole front's just
Yeah,
squeeze
I
out.
could see it because it was the wane edge. It was way.
Can I keep going?
Yep.
I'm in.
Come on over. Tilt the bottom out. Right there. Right there.
Yeah, this thing is just an absolute must.
Huh?
This saddle.
Okay, let's glue her up.
Alright.
215. Half of 215.
107 and a half.
Okay. Put this in there. Put a mark it when I tell you. My way. My way. Right there. Put a nice mark.
107 and a half?
Yeah. A big mark. I need a bigger mark than that. Because I need it on both, I want it on both sides and everything. And let's come down here, bring your thing, and let's measure this. Would we say this one? Now just hold your tape. That looks good. Now hold your tape in the middle. Now that 5 foot.
92.
92, 45,
46.
36. Do a nice mark.
Give me my speed square.
And the bottom. Okay. That's good. Come on down here and do the same thing on both sides of this. Okay, Take that ladder in there. All the way in there.
I was off about a 16th. I couldn't see anything.
Take it in there. If you're right-handed, put it on that side. I'm going to be right. Hold it, hold it. Okay, stop there. Wait a minute, don't do nothing. Okay, come my way slowly, very slowly. What do you need?
You need to go back.
Back what?
Back into the saddle.
Okay.
You don't even need much effort here, do you? Well, we gotta push it
Yeah,
in.
but you're gonna have to go get me some glue and glue this end up.
Alright.
Bring your ladder over here. Now I'm gonna need you to work the third leg under there. Get everything parallel. Yep. Come on up. Nope. That's it. Down a little. Perfect. Ready?
Ready, ready. Major squeeze.
He was with us.
The whole.
Nice. Let me see. That'll be all right. Wow, that's nice. That's the way we figured it. This is perfect here.
Do we want to put a 45 in, or is that a waste of time?
Oh no, put it in. Definitely. We get all we can get.
You got a pencil?
Yeah, do it the right way. Yeah. Just enough glue.
Okay, here's a morning 2 update for you. Work area is all cleaned up out here. Looks a lot like it did yesterday, except we got everything done as far as the framing, and went really well yesterday. So I think we were probably about the halfway point yesterday, but basically we ended up going with a double beam here instead of a triple. That should have been more than sufficient. And then out here at the end, we just kind of have our soffit fascia that we put here. We just had to, you see some doubles here because we obviously had to go longer than 16 feet, so we had to double up. And there's that custom saddle that my dad made me. He had made that for a triple, but we ended up just using a double. So we just put a spacer in there. But went pretty good yesterday. And then we put the strong back down the middle. And then we have a temporary 2x4 brace until we're done putting the roof on. But that all worked out pretty good. And today we're gonna work on the roof. So far so good.
Here's the way to put the stinking stuff on.
Okay, so we just hung this fascia aluminum sheet, and of course the old man always has the best jigs and ideas, so we take the Bessie clamps, we just put a little 1/4 inch pad on there for a reveal, so then all we have to do is feed it through and just let it hang down exactly where we want it instead of trying to measure and approximate. So now we're going to put on the 3x3 cap. Do you have that you can hand me? So now we're going to finish this off with this 3" by 3" piece, and that's just going to go right up here, and then the roofing will sit over top of it. Okay, here's a mid-project update. We got 2 of the first 17-foot full-length panels up there. Here's a third one going to be going up. We got a 45 on it, and then there's some of my shorter panels. And then over here kind of laid out, but we got 2 of the panels up and screwed down. They're going in really nice. So that's working out well. And I'll show you the finished fascia that we had over here. So, you know, I didn't think this through very well originally. You can see we have that 3" brown piece that's coming down. And then that roll material that you saw us putting on earlier, that's just some aluminum sheeting that I got from Lowe's. It comes in 10-foot rolls, and then we just cut it in half and put that underneath there. So I may eventually just paint that whole edge brown, all that together, but that's kind of what we have. If I would have thought it through a little bit more, I would have got actually the trim cut custom, so it fit that whole thing, but it's pretty good. Let me take you up on the roof and I'll show you what's going on up here. So here's what we're looking like up here. We got our 3rd panel that's going to go right here. These are 3 feet wide, so right here you see 2 panels, and then I just got to finish rearranging this plywood here, and I usually put a screw in it just to make sure everything stays safe and doesn't move around. And yeah, so this goes in real nice. You basically put a screw on each side of the rib, and the screws are real nice. They got a washer, built-in washer, and then a rubber grommet on the bottom of them. So yeah, there you're looking at 2 3-foot panels overlapping each other, and we cut around the downspout there, and looks really good. It's a nice, this color is a really nice match to my shingles too, so it's gonna look real nice, I think. Okay, we're getting ready to cut one of the last pieces. So this is our 45 jig. So just a 4x8 sheet of plywood, and then cut at 4 feet at a 45-degree angle with mark. Okay, so all the roofing panels are in. You can see here, this is kind of the process. You got your red lines to mark your screw areas, and then you just keep following the line. I got 1 screw left. This is actually one that doesn't even have the grommet on it, so I'm not using that one. And I got another bag on the way because the bag of 250 didn't make it. I thought they were giving me everything I needed for the entire thing, but apparently that wasn't calculated. So I probably got about 50 spots that I can put screws in yet, but I got everyone secured, and I can go back later and hit the rest of them. Okay, the project is done. I got a few more screws to put in the roof, but there's the engineer
We're
right there.
Really thankful for all the ideas that come to us, and we praise the Lord for that.
There you go. We got a PBR now. Well, you got one, but I'm getting ready to pull in the tractor for the inaugural fit. Now that's what I'm talking about.
I don't think the side-by-side will fit, will it?
Well, it would fit at an angle here. It's where you could put most of the cab in if you wanted to work at your shop for a week or two. Take it out of there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. I don't plan to normally keep my side-by-side in here, but it's nice to know it's mostly covered up if I want to leave it out here for weeks at a time while I'm working on a project in the garage or something. But it's turned out really good. So, hey, I appreciate you joining me. I know, obviously, we didn't do a lot of the step-by-step on this, but hopefully I gave you enough recaps and different things that might have given you an idea. It's just this alcove was just the perfect area to not use for this extra storage space.
Hey guys, Tennessee Yankee. Thanks for watching. If you found this content helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on your right. I have other content linked for you on the left side. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching.